Welcome back to Manifest Ruthlessly. Here we don't just dream, we do. We don't just plan, we execute. We don't just visualize, we build and embody. We don't just grow, we evolve. And we don't just manifest, baby. We move with clarity, act with courage, refuse to play small, disrupt what dims us, and take up space like it's ours, because at the end of the day, it really is. Today's episode, honestly, look, it's just time to clean house. Emotionally, energetically, spiritually, and we not being gentle with it. Some of what you carrying around in your spirit is expired. It's outdated. It's broken. It's not yours to carry in the first place. And it's time to hit delete, unsubscribe, and move it to the trash permanently. So let's start with the truth behind all this heaviness you've been feeling lately, because it's not just stress, it's literally spiritual clutter. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this beautiful, beautiful day. How is everyone? How your mama, sister, brother, cousin, daddy, uncle, auntie, grandma, grandpa, that cousin that still owe you $20. How's everybody doing? How the kids doing? Are they all right? They still getting on your nerves? Probably. I don't doubt that. How are you doing? Have you smiled today? How's them gains in the gym coming? That thing thinking. Okay, cool. I see you. If nobody else see you, I see you. How are you emotionally, spiritually, physically? And normally I don't ask about it, but how are you financially? You good? I know we all can use a little bit extra, but are you good? Today feels like a good day, so I figured I'd throw that in there. Today we're just talking about spiritual clutter, moving it to the trash, and just cleaning the house. Cleaning the house, you know. Have you ever opened your email and you feel instantly overwhelmed by all the junk? Notifications you didn't ask for, messages from people you don't even remember, meetings that keep getting scheduled about nothing on top of another meeting, and all of that could have been an email, but there's probably an email following up to the meeting that y'all had where y'all said to discuss. Child, it is the sales, it's scams, it's subscriptions. None of it's aligned, none of it's urgent. It's just noise. All noise. That's how your spirit feels when you haven't done an emotional inbox cleanse. You're responding to things that don't matter. You're carrying guilt that expired 2 versions of you ago. You still trying to prove your worth to places and people who never value you in the first place. You're not stuck. You just spiritually cluttered. I hear, Erica Badu bag lady somewhere around here. Might try and cue that up in the background without getting copyrighted. And I get it. It's hard to recognize clutter when you've gotten so used to it. But that weight you've been feeling, that heaviness, that I don't know why I feel off today type energy is not random. It's residue. You know? Bag lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging out them bags like that. All of that. You know? All of that. Every bag. Spiritual bag, emotional bag, the kids' bags, your boo bag, your mama's baggage, your daddy's baggage, hell, even your grandma's baggage. It's just all that clutter just weighing you down. Whether that was bags from yesterday, bags from this morning, even the ones you've picked up today. And you don't get extra credit with the Lord for carrying what you should have released. Just saying. So if your soul feels like it's drowning in notifications and noise, it's time to take up some inventory. Start with what's taking up space in your inner emotional. Start with what's taking up space in your inner inbox. Running my mouth too soon, too fast, and too far. Blurring my words. Craziness. But we're gonna keep going. Um, 5 emotional attachments that belong in the trash. 1, guilt that's not even yours. You're holding on to the responsibility for other people's reactions. You're playing the therapist, the savior, the peacemaker for folks who never asked for healing in the first place. Guilt and accountability are not the same thing. If it's weighing you down, but not yours to fix, throw it out. Let it go. Number 2, obligations that drain you. You keep saying yes to avoid disappointing people, but you're disappointing yourself in the process. Note, if it costs you your peace every time you agree, it's not generosity, it's self-abandonment. We've talked about it before. Number 3, the old versions of you. You're living by rules created by a version of you that was just trying to survive. Now you've grown, but you still stuck in the survival mode type thinking. The truth is, just because it worked in the past season doesn't mean it belongs in this one. So upgrade accordingly. Number 4, people who only reach out when they need something. So let's call it what it is. That's not support, that's distraction. If every conversation leaves you drained, it's not a connection, it's a transaction. So protect your access. You are not a 24-hour emotional ATM. And last one is your role in other people's storylines. You've been the strong friend, the fixer, the one who always comes through. But who told you you had to be the hero in everybody else's narrative? Your healing doesn't require a spotlight. You're allowed to exit the stage without applause. Now that we name what needs to go, let's talk about how to actually release it. Because clarity without action is just more clutter. 1, name what's taking up space. If you are emotionally exhausted, ask yourself what you've been giving your energy to. Not everything that demands your attention deserves your access. The second one, ask what still feels aligned. This is where you stop defaulting to loyalty and start listening to your inner self. Some things are simply just outdated, and that's not betrayal, that's growth. So let it go. The third one, release with clarity, not with bitterness. Not everything that gets deleted needs a dramatic send off. 5, 10-page letter about why you letting it go, how it didn't work out. No, just let it go. You don't have to win. You don't have to explain. Some peace is a quiet decision to disengage without drama. And if it still feels hard to let it go, let me say this with love, but with clarity. You can't grow and hoard those things at the same time. So if your life feels heavy, check what you've agreed to carry. You keep praying for elevation, but there's no room. You want clarity, but your mental desktop has 172 tabs open. You want breakthrough, but your spiritual inbox is full of unread messages from people and patterns you should have unsubscribed to a long time ago. You can't expand with your hands full of resentment. You can't breathe with your chest tight from overcommitting. You can't walk in purpose while dragging every bag you're too afraid to leave behind. Stop praying for clarity while saying yes to confusion. Stop begging for peace while staying loyal to chaos. Everything you didn't release is still living in your energy, and it's costing you your time, your alignment, your joy, your momentum. So ask yourself, is this really mine to carry? If the answer is no, then you already know what to do. Move it to the trash. Let it go. Throw it away. Affirmation for today is I clear the clutter emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. I'm no longer loyal to what drains me. I do not carry what is not mine. I do not entertain what distracts me. I do not cling to what constricts me. Today, I let go of what no longer feels aligned, and I make room for what finally fits. I do not owe anyone access to the version of me I've outgrown, and I will not apologize for protecting my peace. So, let it go. You know, throw it in the trash. Get rid of it. If you want to do some, write it down on a sheet of paper and burn it, like in the burn book. Outside of all those things, that's it. That's all I got. You know, you already know what I'm about to say. This ain't about perfection. It's about alignment. And you don't owe nobody your peace at the cost of your purpose. Y'all know I always love to say the universe loves to send warnings before it sends breakthrough. And God sends conviction before he releases clarity. So if it feels like your spirit's been unsettled, that's not chaos, that's instruction. And I need you to listen. This is Manifest Ruthlessly, where elevation is personal and excuses don't stand a chance, where the healing ain't cute, but it's necessary. And where we don't care we don't care. And we don't look. I'm getting tongue tied. Child. Let me go to sleep. And where the healing ain't cute, but baby, it's necessary, and where we don't carry what doesn't fit, not now, not ever. So y'all have a beautiful day, a beautiful night, beautiful evening. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.